It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the New Year's Eve weekend is upon us, and the Georgia State Patrol and local law enforcement are urging motorists to drive safely over the New Year's Eve holiday weekend and be aware that there will be increased patrols over the weekend. In their press release, the Georgia State Patrol says, quote, "We're going to have high visibility patrols on major highways and interstates in an effort to slow people down on the roads and remind them to travel safely," end quote. New Year's holiday travel period begins Friday, December 30th at 6 p.m., ends at midnight on Monday, January 2nd. They also ask that you please find a sober driver to take you home if you consume any alcohol. Once again, they ask that you do your part to make this a safe and happy New Year for everyone. Please slow down, buckle up, and do not drink and drive. 13 people lost their life on Georgia roads over the Christmas holiday weekend. Once again, it's been a year of increased crashes and increased loss of life on Georgia roads in 2023, and statistics show that most fatal crashes involve speeding and people not wearing their seatbelt and being thrown from their vehicles. And once again, they ask you to make this a safe and happy New Year. If you're out traveling, again, they ask you please slow down and buckle up. Also in the news, Glenn County Police still trying to piece together the shooting death involving a 13-year-old child. The child's in the Regional Youth Detention Center in Waycross, charged with murder in the shooting death of a 29-year-old Deshaun Harrison, who was shot Christmas Eve shortly before 11 p.m. Sunday evening at 114 Fairman Avenue in Glenn County. Harrison was transported to Shands Hospital in Jacksonville, Florida after the shooting, where he later died. Police say the shooter, a 13-year-old boy, fled the scene, but a Glenn County Canine unit located and apprehended the boy. The relationship between the boy and the victim and the circumstances surrounding the shooting have not been released at this time by Glenn County Police, but they are asking that if anyone has information about the incident, simply contact the Criminal Investigation Unit at 912-554-7802 or the Silent Witness Line at 912-264-1333. The GBI is in town investigating that high-speed chase, which occurred with law enforcement officers back on December 21st. Jesup police officers spotted a stolen vehicle on North 4th Street near Martha Ross Smith Elementary that had eluded Wayne County Sheriff deputies and the Georgia State Patrol earlier that date. The vehicle eluded officers after multiple efforts to stop it on North 4th Street, encountering heavy traffic on Georgia Highway 38 and continuing till it reached Georgia Highway 27s and 301. After entering the 301 area, the vehicle drove down Devonwood and Palm Street at high speeds throughout the neighborhoods. Officers were able to surround the vehicle on an empty lot between the junctions of Devonwood and Palm Street, but they were unable to contain it. In an attempt to stop the vehicle, an officer discharged his duty firearm, disabling the front left tire. The vehicle then exited the vacant lot, returned to Georgia Highway 301. When the vehicle arrived at 301, it proceeded to a wooded area behind the Church of God Prophecy. The truck eventually became wedged between a few trees before making it to Jesup Elementary. That is where officers were able to arrest the driver at that time. But then the driver of the vehicle sustained no obvious injuries, but was taken to Wayne Memorial Hospital by patrol car for medical clearance before being transported to the Wayne County Jail. While waiting for medical clearance at the hospital, the suspect again escaped the deputy's custody, fled on foot into a wooded area behind the Sonic and Food Line areas. Deputies were able to arrest the suspect around shortly after that, as he was sighted near Sunset Loop and Georgia Highway 169. Jesup Police Chief Hamilton has asked the GBI to come to investigate the incident due to the fact that the duty-related discharge of the firearm, and the Georgia State Patrol to investigate the vehicle pursuit. Due to the nature of the incident and open investigation, further details have been withheld at this time. Chief Chris Hamilton is asking that if anyone has information pertaining to this high-speed chase, to simply contact the Jesup PD at 912-427-1300. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, once again a huge success, tremendous crowd on hand, and a lot of entries into the parade. Here's a list of the winning entries. Overall winner, the Santa Award went to the Calvary Baptist Church. The Frosty Award went to Coastal's Gone Crazy for the most entertaining entry. The Elf Award for most creative goes to the Cottage Events and Photography. The Rudolph Award for best use of lights went to the All-American Cages. And the Mrs. Claus Award for best use of theme went to Down to Earth Trailers. The theme, again, it all started in a stable. If you missed the parade, you can check out the Chamber of Commerce's Facebook page, and you can view the Christmas parade on the Chamber's Facebook page. Speaking of the Chamber, they're gearing up for the big event on Thursday, January 4th. Coastal Pines Technical College, the annual Eggs and Issues Breakfast. Getting a chance to hear from our legislators before they head to Atlanta to begin the 2024 legislative session. Session begins in Atlanta on January 8th. This breakfast on Thursday, January 4th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College. Tickets are available. Simply contact the Chamber of Commerce at 912-427-2028. Tickets for members $30, non-members $40, but everyone is invited to attend. Once again, the Chamber of Commerce's annual Eggs and Issues breakfast set for Thursday, January 4th at Coastal Pines Technical College. Once again, if you need a ticket, contact the Chamber at 912-427-2028. The movie Color Purple is seeing a lot of green at the box office as it hit $18 million on opening day, which was Christmas Day. It becomes the biggest Christmas Day opening movie in 14 years, and that was back in 2009 Sherlock Holmes movie. The film adaptation of the New York Times bestseller, now a musical, has outperformed industry expectations. Warner Bros. Currently has the three top movies in theaters this holiday season, with The Color Purple, the film Wonka, and the new superhero sequel Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. All three of these movies are playing locally at the Strand Cinema in downtown Jesup. So if you're looking to head to the movies over the holidays, check out the three hottest films all playing locally here at the Strand Cinema: The Color Purple, the film Wonka, and the new superhero sequel Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor or the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. It'll soon be the year 2024. It's an election year in the state of Georgia. Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, Attorney General Chris Carr, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, all seeking higher office. The Governor Brian Kemp also talking about a possible challenge to U.S. Senator Jon Ossoff. Kemp's 2024 presidential endorsement is coveted by all GOP candidates. They've traveled the state of Georgia to court his support. Kemp likely to announce within weeks his decision, though he has said he'll support Donald Trump if he is the GOP nominee. Georgia presidential primary date is set for Tuesday, March the 12th, same day that Wayne County voters will decide the county's SPLOST 5 referendum. County's 5 SPLOST referendum is a yes or no vote. In the county hoping to continue the SPLOST funds. There are three major projects: courthouse security, they want to build a community center, and build an equestrian center. Those are three main projects listed on the county's referendum. There will be 3 weeks of early voting before the March 12th date, but the date of the election is set again for Tuesday, March the 12th. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.